Well, we started this improbable campaign over a year ago, and look at us now. Look at you now. Gosh, when we first began this, when I first began this, I wanted to do my homework. I sought out the advice of friends, of colleagues. I made calls and calls and calls and calls. If you ever want to run for public office, it's basically called. And I received all this advice, but I just attacked the WCAI. Oh, sorry guys. But the best advice I received was simple and it was counterintuitive, and it came from two men who I admire so much, and who in 2006 started a politics of hope in Massachusetts that's reverberating across our nation still. And that's Governor Deval Patrick and his campaign manager, John Walsh. Woo! And Deval Patrick's advice, be willing to lose. Don't be afraid to lose. Or as John Walsh put it, Deval Patrick never asked, what do I need to do to win? For me, not being afraid to lose meant leaving it all on the table. It meant trusting our gut and going for broke. We weren't afraid to lose when we started knocking on doors and people told us it wasn't going to work. We weren't afraid to lose when we hired a team of young native Cape Codders who were new to politics, but made up for their experience with a commitment and a drive and an energy to move our campaign forward. And most importantly, we weren't afraid to lose when conventional wisdom told us that we can't solve the Cape's affordability crisis, or that it's not feasible for those struggling with addiction to get the treatment they deserve. We weren't afraid to lose, and that ended up propelling us to victory. I feel tremendous gratitude to speak to you folks, this evening at this moment of our, a real moment in our nation's history. And tonight, I'm especially in debt to our founding mothers who blazed the trail so that the work we do today would be possible. And I suspect that many of you also do and share that in this room. Generations of women who were unafraid to lose, who didn't give up, who kept pushing forward despite the roadblocks in their path, who tore down walls again and again, even when naysayers built them up. Surely there's plenty of work that remains, yet tonight feels both extraordinary and makes the work possible, the work ahead feel possible. I imagine all of the impossibilities that now feel slightly more possible for our youngest generation when they see a black man, and now hopefully a woman in the White House. Or that a 30-year-old policy wonk who's gay and from the smallest town on Cape Cod will represent the most special region. I intend to hold fast to this mantra that sustained me in my campaign. That I talked about earlier, that what seems impossible can actually be possible. And I promise you that as long as I'm your state senator, I will remember the opportunities that I've had in my life, and remember those who've gone before me, and that I'll be relentlessly optimistic about the possibilities that lie ahead, that I'll always adhere to Deval Patrick's advice. And I promise tonight to be the same person, to take that same person-to-person approach that made, you're not the same person when you do this. But tonight I promise the same person-to-person approach that made our campaign a success. That will now ground my work, and our work, my work as your state senator, and our work moving forward. I promise never to be driven by the election cycle du jour, but by the people and the community I serve, and by fulfilling promises that we have all made to make a better Cape Cod, a better Martha's Vineyard, and a better Nantucket. I promise to listen, I promise to learn, to make space for others, to interrogate the status quo, to really pay attention as to who has a seat at the table here on Cape Cod and the islands, and who still doesn't. I promise to seek out the voices of everyday people, to listen to their needs, to fight for affordability and for justice. I'm so proud to be among a new generation of Islanders, of Cape Codders, who are bringing our energy, our tenacity, and our humility to government. We are the future, and we are the future of this region, and I'm so excited to be joining so many of the young business owners, the young folks who grew up here, who were fortunate and privileged to be here and are making their lives here. When I look at the future of this region, I am so optimistic, and it's not just, frankly, because of me. I'm a very small part of that. And I'm so proud to be among this generation, this cohort that's leading into our future. You know, and the longer I've been in these shoes as your candidate and now Senator-elect, the more I appreciate that this campaign and this office is so much bigger than me. And I have a lot of people to thank tonight. Let me start by thanking General Tony Schiavi for a great campaign. Public service, it's hard work, it's thankless work, it's fraught with barriers, tight funding, small rewards. Tony has served our communities and our country time and again with distinction. The key issues that both of us raised in tandem speak to the connectedness and the real consensus of the challenges that are facing our region. Housing affordability, treatment for disease, and those in isolation, making sure they have dignity, stewardship for our fragile environment, and advancing the lifeblood of our economy, our small businesses. I look forward to working with Tony to address these challenges that we face together. I also want to congratulate each and every candidate in our region who ran a hard-fought race. 2016 will be remembered on Cape Cod, on Nantucket, and Martha's Vineyard as a campaign that reminded all of us about what an exceptional place this is to live. And in a year of dark national politics, here on the Cape and Islands, people of all political persuasions and all ages who care deeply about this place's future respectfully jumped into the political fray. And I'm so proud of that. I also want to congratulate the Dean of the Cape and Islands delegation, Representative Sarah Peak. It ain't going to be Sarah and the Republicans. Not going to have that rock band. And I really want to thank Senator Dan Wolf for his visionary service and his leadership. I know he's leaving big shoes to fill. And I will be counting on both Dan and Sarah for their wisdom and good counsel in the months ahead. And I'm so proud of what our team has done. All of you here tonight, with everyone who voted for us to make tonight's victory possible, you are simply extraordinary. And I will not let you down. To the phenomenal Democrats of Cape Cod, of Martha's Vineyard, of Nantucket, their town committees, the activists who saw the potential in a first-time candidate from the smallest town on our little peninsula and took a risk in bucking the trend. To the newfound organizers who are becoming political forces in your own right, keep it up. To our Team Serious fellows who work their butt off to knock over 25,000 doors. Elected local officials who got behind us. Every local newspaper who endorsed the hometown candidate, thank you. To the amazing unions and organizations who endorsed us and did so much. $11.99 the Mass Nurses Association, the MTA, the Coalition for Social Justice, the AFL-CIO, the United Auto Workers, Clean Water Action, SEIU 888. Everyone in labor and equity and justice who stepped up for this campaign and came up and were part of this effort. We could not be here without you, and I'm so grateful to that. To my campaign committee, to Marie Nocti, who really believed in me before I think I had a driver's license. I definitely wasn't out. And has been with me ever since. L'Oreal Top, my brother, my amazing sister Marissa, who is serving our communities since maybe, what, 3 months after you got here from California? And who took a major leap of faith in investing in me. And Ed really epitomizes what we need in our local government, in our county government. I'm so excited to not only be working with you in an official capacity with county government, and also just that Ed really epitomizes what so many of us have here in our community and care about investing in our communities. And Ed, and everyone who made up Team Serious, over 24 friends who literally started this campaign around the island in my kitchen. There's dozens of you, and I'm just going to call the folks who are here. Ryan Strands, who did all of our... Ryan did every single piece of graphic design on this campaign. Indulged, made us look beautiful and sexy, and I'm just grateful for that. That's political science. To my friend Sean Curran. There's a whole generation of young folks through Massachusetts who are working hard all across America tonight. And Sean and many others have been part of mentoring us, and I'm just grateful for that. To Kate Kelly, who amazing fundraisers, who literally worked miracles in this campaign. The hill we had to climb was absurdly steep, and I can't believe we did it. To Madeline McGill, our amazing geographer. Madeline is so awesome as an organizer. All of you guys are. I can't wait to see what you do next. To Leslie Stanberg. Where's Leslie? Leslie Stanberg is the bazooka we brought to a knife fight. Leslie has an amazing career in her own right before coming home to the Cape, and really believed in me in what was a tough race, and I'm so glad you were on this race. Sandy Milano, who Sandy epitomizes what of people who believe in the cause and do the work, and who just do the work, and it seems so simple, but it's so rare. And you get people who are just willing to just give your all, and Sandy is just part of our family now. Carl Nielsen, who I don't think Carl's here tonight, but Carl was here. Carl, not only, Carl's basically the best field guy, not only in the state, but Carl did something amazing here that we didn't think we could do. When we initially looked at these numbers, we're like, we're going to try to knock these doors, and we're going to try to knock 25,000 doors and get all this support. We never, Carl just did miracles, and for everyone who is biting their nails looking at this election, Carl actually ran Massachusetts for Obama in 2012. He's tied into all these folks. Rest assured, the whole Obama generation is working, and Carl's advice to us and to me is that we'll be fine. So take a deep breath. That's from Carl. I trust Carl. And to Pat Johnson, who's the real political talent from the Cape and from Nauset High School, who literally actually was a full-time staffer on this campaign and actually had another job and actually worked for 10 other campaigns. You won all your campaigns this year too, didn't you? You ridiculous. Pat Johnson. You know that guy John Walsh I talked about earlier? Pat Johnson's the next John Walsh. And I have the most exceptional, badass, phenomenal staff who are beyond talented, who put their effort into everything, and who are just the future of progressive politics on Cape Cod. Rachel Lake, our deputy campaign manager. And you didn't stop until 7:59 p.m. tonight. You have redefined what a winning campaign looks like in this region. You have been selfless in your belief in me, in our cause. I will never forget that. And just to see how you all have just blossomed and grown as organizers and leaders is just phenomenal. And just a fair warning to everyone in the room, I was in their shoes not too long ago, and they are a heck of a lot better organizers than I ever was. So watch out, Cape Cod. And there's so many other people. There's so many other people I couldn't have done this without. My best friends, who many of whom are here, some who came from near and far. College friends that I had who are making calls literally today in New York. The new babies that have been brought into our family. I love you guys, and I couldn't have done this without you. And then my family. And I have an amazing family. Devin and Marissa, Mom and Dad. So tomorrow is my mom's 60th birthday. Guess what Annette wanted for her 60th birthday? Well, well, happy birthday, Mom.
It's been so hard to wrap Tony.
How does this work? She got her wish without blowing out the candle.
And to say that they put their hearts so selflessly into this campaign would be an understatement. Because they do that in every single endeavor I've had in my life, and in my sister's life. And as I stand before you, I want to say just how fortunate that I am, that my sister is, that this amazing family, and in this amazing community, that this place is incredible and it's special, and you all know that. And I'm just profoundly grateful. I can't wait to get to work. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now let's party.